make you know better. I want y'all to see this beautiful necklace I got on today. Let me need to push y'all back. Ooh, that coffee sweet. I'm gonna feed you when I get off here, Gizmo. Hey, girl. Let me read the. Let me read the. Okay, look at you coming in here first. You trying to take Tina shine. You know Tina was out here trying to do her thing. You trying to bump Tina. Tina can't be consistent though. Tina not gonna be consistent. Poor thing. She try, but she ain't gonna be consistent. So the CBS News Chicago says that Cook County prosecutors have dropped murder charges against a woman and her 14-year-old son in his shooting death of a man during a fight in a fast food restaurant in West Pullman. I thought it happened recently. It said earlier this month. The decision comes after a video from inside the restaurant shows the man punching the woman several times before he was shot by the team. Carlisha Hood, 35, and her son had been charged with first-degree murder of, I'm not going to say the young man's name. So the mother did have a valid card and concealed carry license at the time of the incident. But she was also charged with contributing to the delinquency of a minor because she left the gun in the car and the 14-year-old son was able to get the gun. So it says all charges were dropped on Monday. In a statement, Cook County State's attorney said the decision was based upon our continued review and in light of emerging evidence. Based on the facts, evidence, and the law, we are unable to meet our burden of proof in the prosecution of the case. So it says CBS 2 has obtained cell phone video, and this is the video going around on social media of Brown punching Hood 3 times before her son shot him. Prosecutors earlier had acknowledged the shooting was caught on video. According to prosecutors, Hood was in line getting food while her son waited inside the car. Shortly after Brown entered the restaurant, both were in line when an argument ensued. Hood started texting and pointing to her son while a witness was laughing and encouraging Brown. The son arrived in the doorway as the argument turned into a fight, with Brown punching Hood in the head 3 times, according to prosecutors. That's when the teen pulled out a firearm and shot the victim in the back. Brown fled the restaurant, but the teen followed him outside. He followed more shots after Hood told him to shoot and kill him. He was shot twice in the back and later died from his injuries. It's unclear why prosecutors decided to charge Hood and her son with murder in the shooting when their account of the shooting noted Brown had punched Hood before her son shot him. Prosecutors also acknowledged the shooting was, well, we already know that. So, this was a fight in a restaurant gone haywire. So the woman got into an argument with a man. Have no clue what they were arguing about, and at this point, it don't matter. Some people say she texted her son to come in. Some people said the son saw what was going on at the door, and after he saw the man, punch his mama, he just lit off. And yeah, the only thing, the only thing I hate about this is a 14-year-old boy who has now taken someone's life. This is a 14-year-old honor student who just graduated with honors, who has had to take someone's life on account of his mother. I don't care how, I don't care how this is going to forever change this young man's life. This will change this young man's life. Even though they're not going to be prosecuted, they're not going to go to jail. This will forever change this young man's life. You killed somebody. I don't care how you look at it. You killed somebody. And this will change his life spiritually and mentally. You can't just kill somebody and just get up and go to school the next day like you ain't did nothing. That's not how it works. This young man is going to be fighting that probably for the rest of his life. Because eventually, for one, he's not going to know how to process that. His mind is not going to process it completely until he's 28 and his brain develops completely. So he's got this time from 14 to 28 to stew with it. Then after his brain really develops completely, is he going to really process the fact that when I was a teenager, I legit killed somebody? We have guilt over hurting people's feelings. Okay, at least I do, because I have a conscience. If I hurt somebody's feelings, I have a certain, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that, or maybe I should have. But to kill somebody, gun them down, and I heard that I think this was why they were going to charge them at first, because when he first shot the man tried to get away. And if you shoot somebody and they try to get away and you follow them and then you shoot them again, that's where you get in trouble. Because if they're trying to get away, technically they're no longer a threat. But if they're trying to get away to get their pistol or their gun, they are definitely a threat. And they said that this young man had posted his gun on social media just the day before this incident happened. So the mother could have thought, okay, if this dude make it to his car, he gonna shoot back, finish him. And I'm pretty sure that's probably why the mother was like, go on, get them rest of the shots off. I hope she puts him in therapy, but I wish I had the ability to make that choice. Watching my mother be beat damn near to death. Yeah, I'm not saying, Phoenix, I'm not saying what you see. I haven't said what I would have did or what I wouldn't have did or what my kids would have did or what my kids wouldn't have did. I know my oldest son would have did that. I know he would have. My youngest son, I don't know. But my oldest son would have did that, and he probably would have killed him just from the first shot. It wouldn't have been no, he wouldn't have took a back shot from the gate. He would have came in blasting from the head. I know my oldest son would have. So I'm not saying what we would have did or what I would have did or what I wouldn't have did. If I see somebody hurting my mama, I'm gonna do what I have to do. My mama, the way I love my mama, if I see somebody hurt my mother-in-law, it's bad. It's bad for you. You not gonna just like hurt my mother-in-law or my father-in-law or especially not my mama. So I'm not saying what's wrong, what's right. In that instance, I was just saying what the law is. After you shoot somebody and they trying to run away from the scene, and then you chase them and put some more hot lead in their butt, that's when you get in trouble. You gotta lay them out with the first go round. You can't chase them down and then shoot them again. That's where you get in trouble at. That's what I was saying. I'm not making no decisions for nobody. I'm not saying what people should and should not do when it comes to taking care of their mama, because your mama is the touchy subject. And for somebody to walk in and see a man hitting their mama, mm-mm. Ain't no telling how you gonna react. I mean, I hate this for this young man. I really do. Because people were saying, "Oh, that's a man. He knew what he was doing." 14, you're not a man. You're a teenager. A child. You're still a child. I have a 14-year-old granddaughter. She is a child, not capable of making grown decisions. Girl, I can't see today. Why is my glasses? I don't know why they blurry. Wolfing and beating a woman like she a grown man while his girlfriend was putting a battery in his back. Like, sis, he has to beat he got to be. He probably beating her too. That's why she was so glad to see him finally beating on somebody else. Instead of trying to de-escalate the situation, you egging him on, and you done egged him on in the ground. Now you planning a funeral. You didn't help put him in the ground. Now you got to plan his funeral. When you could have just told him, stop. Come on, let's go. Let's just hold on. Just let her do what she gonna do. Let her order her food. We don't even have to do all this. I'm never gonna egg my man on to. Well, for one thing, my man's not an arguer anyway. He don't. That ain't him. I would never put him in a position to get hurt. And then put my son in a position. I don't know. That was just bad all the way. And I don't understand people other people, when they're in situations like that, no one knows how to de-escalate a situation before it gets out of hand. But people see shit happening now and don't say nothing. They would rather record than try to de-escalate or stop a situation like that. Not one man could have said, "Hey, bro, don't do that. Y'all, come on. Order your food. Let's not do this." Nobody. And I heard it was other men there. And they just, didn't say nothing, or, didn't even try to de escalate the situation. So I don't know. I This is a bad situation, period, because somebody lost their life. I'm even though the dude hit her, hit the woman, hit her like a man, was overly aggressive. I still hate when someone, dies. I'm not going to be like, oh, well, he should have died. No, he should have got what he gave. If you get hit, you hit somebody, then I just feel like somebody should hit you back, not kill you. Even though, you don't hit somebody's mama, but still, I don't want to see that someone's child also, the deceased individual. Even though he was wrong, I still don't feel like he was wrong enough to die. Yeah, and see, that's what I would be thinking now. Is somebody from his family gonna try to retaliate and kill my 14-year-old son? Now I wouldn't even feel comfortable living there. Cause y'all know how Chicago is. Chicago crazy anyway. I wouldn't even feel comfortable, because everybody know who it is. You done made the news. Like, he gonna go back to school and now this boy got a target on his back. What if the person that he killed, his nephew, go to the same school? Oh, you the dude that killed my uncle. Like, I wouldn't even want to live in Chicago no more. Yeah, them boys out there crazy. Boys, young men. And we don't know who the one that got killed. We don't know who he related to or who he affiliated with. And it's a lot of gangs and stuff in Chicago. I sound like an old person. You know them gangs. We don't do gangs like that here in Northern California. We're more bougie and sophisticated. We don't really, that gang mentality. It scares me. We don't do that out here. They do that in Southern California, though. I don't think the gang mentality is, like it was in like the 80s and 90s. When the Crips and Bloods and stuff was real big. I mean, of course, there's still gangs, but I don't think it's as popular as it used to be here. But it still is in like Chicago and Detroit. And what part of, is that considered the Midwest? The South? What is it? I don't know, child. It will be different if the gangs were old heads. I don't trust these young ones. Yeah, these young ones, they reckless. They don't care. They'll shoot you, your mama, your dog. They don't care. Mm-mm. We would have to move. we would definitely have to move. I couldn't I could never feel comfortable anymore going anywhere. Like, she can't go back to that chicken place or whatever restaurant it was. She can't go back there. What if that was her favorite restaurant? Lord, what is wrong? Go in your house. I don't know what is going on with you. Stay in there for a while. Stay in there. Stay in there, Gizmo. Unless you gotta go outside. You gotta go outside? Wait. No, I think you just being nosy. You just being nosy. You ain't gotta go outside. So that, and I wanted you guys to listen to this video of this woman talking. She had a very interesting. Do you have to use the bathroom? You want to go pee? No, you hear daddy talking and you want him to come get you. He busy. He busy. He can't come get you right now. This young lady had a very interesting take on prayer. She said that she don't allow people, she only allows certain people to pray for her. She don't allow everybody to pray for her because they could be praying for her under a spiritual umbrella that she doesn't consider. You know, I don't pray for people unless unless they ask me. For one, if they ask me to pray for them, I pray for them. And normally, unless they ask me to go to an Orisha for them, when people ask me for prayer, I pray under the Christian umbrella. Because I'm assuming that you're Christian unless you tell me otherwise. And that's along the lines of this young lady. She is a Ifa priestess. And I think her Christian umbrella is somewhat limited. But I'm going to let you guys listen to. Did I save it on this phone? I hope I did. And this is an interesting take to me. Listen to this.
What prayer is. Most specifically, prayer without somebody's consent and especially against their will. Prayer against somebody's will is left-handed work and a form of hexing. When you pray something over somebody's head to a deity that they have clearly stated they do not align with, they do not want or consent to, you are attempting to bind that person to that entity, deity, or God and your will for them. That, my friend, is hexing. This is why I told you, do not pray for me. Keep your prayers. I do not align with the entities, the gods, or spirits that you pray to. Therefore, your prayers are a form of hexing.
Now, listen to this. A lot of people don't understand also that when you pray, you are supposed to pray that God's will be done. Not my will. You already praying out of alignment of God when you pray your will. when you're praying your will on someone else. Because that's not even how prayer is set up. Prayer is praying that God's will be done in whatever the situation is. It's not my will. You don't pray for someone to survive cancer. You pray that God's will be done in that situation. And a lot of people don't know how to pray. They're praying incorrectly to begin with. So I see where, she is coming from. But me, I've never told any person don't pray for me. But I've noticed on the internet when people say, "Oh, I'm going to pray for you." It's normally because they feel like you're doing something wrong. And they're going to pray for you to stop doing it the way you're doing it. They're canceling that out anyway. Because it ain't your will. You can't go to God and tell him that she doing something wrong. I want her to stop doing it the way she doing it. That's me. That's them wanting to insert the way they're doing something and force you to stop doing it and doing it their way. So they're praying their will over you. They're trying to bind you. And that's canceled. That's canceled. And when you pray, you should be canceling out those things in your life anyway. I cancel out everybody that comes against me in any way that is not the will of the Father. You should be praying that anyway. So can't none of that touch you. But it's not going to touch you anyway because God ain't trying to hear that. That's all that stuff is static in God's ear. He ain't trying to hear that. Because if it ain't his will, it ain't going to happen. If it's not his will for you, it's not going to happen. Thy will be done on heaven and earth. Not Lashana's will. Not Omo Oshun's will. But God's will. So none of that little stuff, I'm going to pray for you because you out here doing the voodoo. You out here burning the incense. You out here playing with the crystals. So I'm going to pray for you. Keep pray until you turn blue in the face because it's God's will, not yours. I don't care if you go to church and roll up and down the pews. I don't care if you shout your wig off 1,000 times. If it ain't God's will, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen, okay? So y'all can be out here spitting and shouting and foaming at the mouth and throwing up in the spirit and doing all that. And if it ain't God's will, it ain't going to happen. So you can go to church, shout all over the church, speak in tongues and throw up and that. Because I done been in services where they done brought out buckets and people throwing up and carrying on. And if it ain't God's will, it ain't going to happen. You can do all that. You can do all of that speaking in tongues and doing whatever. And God still not be in that mess. You doing all of that in Mississippi and God somewhere in Oklahoma looking over them people. I don't know if it's a Jezebel spirit, but it's, of course, a demonic spirit. It's a demonic spirit. And most people don't know how to pray. They don't even know how to talk to God. I was listening to somebody, and I don't remember who it was. And the young lady was like, "Oh, you don't have to talk to God any kind of way. When I pray, I be cussing and everything." Where they do that at? I mean, you don't even respect yourself enough. But see, that comes from not respecting your earthly mother and father. When you don't respect your earthly mother and father, when you'll go against them and cuss them out, "I can't stand my mama. I hate my mama. I hate my daddy." You don't have no respect for them. You, of course, ain't gonna have no respect for God. Ain't no way in the world I would go to God cussing and carrying on and think he listening to me. God will put a deaf ear to that. I ain't trying to hear that. You don't even respect me enough to come to me with some type of respect. She was like, "Oh, I be cussing all the time when I be praying." And that's why your prayers don't get answered. That's exactly why you in a position that you in now, because you don't have no respect. You don't have no respect. And it's so simple. Like, God don't even make things complicated. It's people. We make shit complicated. We complicate stuff. We the ones that complicate it. It's so easy. Spirituality is so easy. Have respect for God. Talk to God and mind your own business. Don't worry about what nobody else is doing spiritually. I don't care. I don't care where you are on your spiritual journey. I don't care what amulets you use. I don't care what you wear. I don't care who you pray to. I don't care. Because I'm too busy minding my own business, tending to my own spiritual garden, to be worried about you. I don't care. You got weeds in your garden, that's between you and God. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Nothing. Now, if you ask me for help, I'm going to help you. But just jumping out, I see you walking down the street. "Do you know Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior?" Girl, if you don't get away from me, I'm not doing that. I don't care what you practice. I don't care what you do. I don't care who you pray to. I don't care how often you pray. I don't care about none of that. Because it don't affect me. And you shouldn't care either. You shouldn't care about who I pray to. You shouldn't care about what I wear. You shouldn't care about how much incense I burn or how many crystals I have. You shouldn't care about none of that. What about your own life? This world would be so much better if people worried about themselves and stop worrying about what other people doing. If you're a Christian, I'm happy for you. If you practice Ifa, I'm happy for you. You practice Santeria, I'm happy for you. You practice Lukumi, I'm happy for you. You wear your Alekes, I'm happy for you. You got an Ide, I'm happy for you. And I don't care. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care what you're wearing. I don't care what you practice. And no, nobody does. Shit. That would make the world such a better place. But we get so caught up in other people. "Oh, I thought she said she was a Christian. Oh, but I saw her with some crystals. Oh, wait a minute. I saw one of your videos. Oh, do you know how many emails I get from people who say stuff like, I liked you until I went back and saw one of your older videos and you was talking about voodoo. I don't think I'm going to be able to follow you." Well, bitch, don't. Don't. I don't care. Now I was fine. I was fine until you went back into my history thing in the playlist and saw some of them other. Now you was loving me and Gizmo until you was like, you do voodoo. You out here doing. Oh Lord Jesus, have mercy. I'm not gonna be able to deal with you. Okay, girl, bye. Because I'm not gonna change. What you thought I was gonna do? Change who I was because you was like, oh no, I'm not gonna be able to do this. Well, bye. Goodbye. Because the same person that you liked yesterday before you sent me that email is the same person that I am today. The same exact person. Stop worrying about what other people doing with their life. With their life period. With their spiritual life. With whatever life. With their life. Stop worrying about that. Because you can't go to heaven with them. You can't go with them. When I close my eyes, you're not gonna close yours. I'm pretty sure God ain't gonna call us home the same day. At the same time. And we walk hand in hand to heaven. That's not gonna happen. So don't worry about how I'm gonna get there, if I'm gonna get there, is Jesus gonna meet me there, is the ancestors gonna meet me there. Somebody said, I ain't worried about my ancestors, and you shouldn't be worried about them either, because they can't get you to heaven. I know they can't get me to heaven, Susan. I ain't said not one time that my ancestors could get me to heaven. Stop worrying about how other people feel about their ancestors, about spirituality. Like, leave people alone and worry about yourself. But that prayer thing was, she brought up some interesting points though. But I have never like legit told somebody to don't pray for me. Because I don't care what people do. If you want to pray for me, pray for me. I'm just hoping that God turns a deaf ear to that shit. And I'm pretty sure he does. If it's something like, oh, like I got sick and it's people that know me that really have a concern for me, I know that you gonna try, you got good intentions. But if it's just random people on the internet and they want to pray for me because they think that I'm going to hell because I got some crystals or whatever, you could say that. Keep that. You wasting your breath. Because at this point, God is like, she gonna do what she want to do. He know me now. He like, that girl almost 59 years old. She gonna do what she want to do. If she like crystals, leave her alone. It's too late in the game for me to switch up now. I like what I like, and I'm gonna do what I like. And you should too. Don't let nobody make you feel guilty about thinking outside of the box when it comes to spirituality. Because we already have enough guilt ingrained in us growing up Christian. That guilt of looking outside that Christian bubble is already ingrained in us. So don't let nobody else put that shit on you. It took me a long time to come out from under that blanket of guilt, and I swear to God, I will never ever get back under that again. So let me get off my soapbox. Um, we had a really nice weekend. Of course, we didn't do nothing but eat. We went out to eat twice. Did we go out to eat twice? Where did we go this weekend? I know we went to Mel's. Oh yeah, we went to Mel's Diner, and then we went to this restaurant called Lazy Dog. I'm gonna try to put a video together of. It's probably gonna be short though, of like this weekend, what we did this weekend. So I'm gonna probably put that up. I think that's it. I don't remember anything else happening on the news. I know that the BET Awards was this weekend, but I don't watch award shows. But I have been looking on TikTok at some of these outfits, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on right now. I don't know what they was doing. These outfits was a mess. Do you hear me? And at first I was like, okay, well, maybe it's because I'm getting older and this is not my demographic. These outfits were a mess. They was looking a mess at the BET Awards. I'm like, anybody can go to the BET Awards now, huh? Or could anybody always go to the BET Awards? Cause y'all made Gizmo could have shut down the BET Awards. Cause when Gizmo wants to, he can get clean. He could have shut it down. Because some of these people was out here looking a mess. Y'all be looking crazy when y'all go out in public. Don't talk about my hair, okay? I'm washing my hair today. I don't know if my best friend see this video. We look like sisters. And I never thought I would have a little afro like this because I used to always tease her about her afro because she used to always have a little afro like this. And she used to always have like a little headband, one of them, hard headbands that you put on to pull it back. And here I am. Look how, what is it? How shit makes a full circle. I'm out here looking dead. Can I find a picture of her? Do I have a picture of her? I don't think so. Because she never posts no pictures. But let me see if I can find a picture of her. Dang! She don't have no pictures on here. We look like we could be sisters. Like, seriously look like we could be sisters. Let me see. Do she have a picture on Facebook? Oh, that ain't her. Yeah, that's not her. Oh, when I find her picture, I'm gonna show y'all. If you see this video, Bridget, I need you to send me a picture of you so I can show everybody that we look like sisters. Our afro looks a lot alike too. And let me tell y'all this about this whole natural hair situation stuff. 4C hair. I don't care what I put on my hair. I have tried so many different products that I'm tired. I'm tired of buying shit. My hair, you know how you be watching them, oh, let's do a wash and go. The only thing that really works for my hair is a twist out. And I only get like maybe 3 good days, and then after that it turns into this. And the shrinkage is so real. Look at this. The shrinkage is real. I got a lot of hair, but it just, and the back is even worse. It just, no matter what I use, no matter what I do, like I have legit thought about just cutting it, but I really don't want to because I like when I wear my twisties. But honey, the shrinkage is really real. But it's this my hair. This is what I gotta deal with. I wear my wigs for a couple of days and then I let it breathe for a couple of days. But I do need to wash it today though. Okay, so I'm gonna wash it today and I'm gonna really try to do a wash and go. I saw this kind of really detailed video, so I'm gonna try to do it like this video and see if it works. And if it don't, that's it. I'm not trying to do no more wash and go. Cause my hair don't want to wash and go. It just don't want to act right. So that's it, y'all. I need to charge this computer. Oh, I found a new book at, what's the name of that store? Five Below. So we are going to look into this. So it's supposed to have 30 enchanting spells, color magic, candle care, and I guess some beauty rituals, mental health magic. Now that sounds good. Mental health magic, comedic flame and protection, lucky cat candle, sun and moon happiness spell, and druid circle of serenity. So we gonna look. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, so I'm gonna go through this. How much was this book? I don't know, child. Probably $5. So I'm gonna go through here. Look like it's got a few love spells. Oh, self-love. Oh, this looks like an interesting one. And it don't have a whole lot of um it don't have a whole lot of ingredients, which I like. I hate spells that's got a lot of ingredients. If it's got a lot of ingredients, I'll be like taking some of the ingredients out and doing my own thing. So this one looks good. We might do this. Do I have a piece of paper or something so I can save this page? I'm one of them type of people. I don't like to bend the pages on my book. We might do this one tomorrow. Because I think I already have all the ingredients. Yeah. This one is a self-love though. And we all need that. Alright, y'all. I will see you guys either later on this evening or tomorrow. So stay blessed. Mind your own business. Okay? Pray for yourself. Mind your own business. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you. Bye.